All right, here is our bread pudding, and it looks so good. Today, we're gonna make something I'm very excited about. We're going to be making bread pudding, but it's going to be keto bread pudding. Bread pudding is one of my favorite dessert type things. Although, you know, could you call it breakfast? Maybe, but it's a dessert type, breakfast type thing. This probably will not shock you, but we're gonna need some bread. And, you know, how do you cut bread with a non-bread knife? Maybe I should get a bread knife. I don't know. So I'm cutting bread, and this is keto. It's the Arnold stuff. This is what I was able to find. It says 1 slice of bread has 10 carbs, but 9 fiber. So this is definitely like one of those net carb recipes, which is fine. You take the carbs and subtract the fiber, basically, to get your net carbs. Am I right? I think I'm right. All right, so we're gonna make bread pudding. Bread pudding is one of the best, most delicious things in the world. So I start off by cubing up some keto bread, and you can find keto breads maybe that fit your macros a little better. This was literally the only one available to me, so this is the one I got. You want 4 cups of your keto bread. Oh, I'm like beyond that, huh? All right, so I guess I'm good. I maybe cut a little too much. Here's what I'll say. If you can find a brioche keto bread, that's gonna work the best. So I'm gonna take my 4 cups of keto bread, cubed up, spread them on a cookie sheet or a baking sheet or whatever you want. And we're gonna put them in the oven at 350 for like 7-8 minutes. Wait, what do the kids say? 6-7 minutes? I don't even know what that means, but I have a lot of teenagers in my house. Highly confusing. Because we want it to dry out a little bit. I don't want to turn it into croutons though, so we don't want to go too long. We then want to take the blender of your choosing. I'm going to use this little Ninja chopper, okay? And we're going to combine a bunch of other ingredients, and hopefully this is big enough and fits everything. What are we going to add to the blender? Ask myself some softball questions. I can't get them wrong. We're going to do 3/4 of a cup of heavy whipping cream. Heavy whipping cream kind of grosses me out sometimes, just how thick it is. Look at that, that's crazy. 3/4 cups of that into our little blender. I hope this all fits. And then we want a cup of cottage cheese. The thing that inspired me to do this is I was at this German restaurant, and they had a bakery attached to it. 1 cup of cottage cheese, and all the baked goods look so good. And I was like, man, we need to make some of this stuff on the cooking channel, but make it keto so we can enjoy it a little more guilt-free than trying to eat like full crazy carbs. So the next thing we need is 1/2 cup of almond milk, and now we're getting to the point where I'm a little nervous that I'm not gonna have enough room in my little blender here. But as long as there's no real large stuff after this, we should be okay. 1/2 cup, it's kind of hard because I have cottage cheese remnants in there. Go, 1/2 cup of almond milk. That is unsweetened, by the way. Okay, now it's getting a little tricky. You know, I'm gonna pre-mix it a little bit. It's always an adventure here on Cooking with Dave. Let's mix this up. Oh boy, yeah, that didn't give us a lot of extra space. I guess the volume wouldn't change. Science class. All right, so 3 eggs? 3 eggs? Oh my gosh, we need to fit 3 eggs in here. Why do I do this to myself? Here, I'll use this to crack them. 1, 2, 3. So we'll add those. Let's see how much space that takes up. Yo, it's full, dang it. This is a problem. I have a bigger one. Oh yeah, we're just making a mess now. Goodness gracious. That's gonna be a pain to clean. All right, now I gotta find all the pieces for this big red one, but I do have this big red one. Okay, it's unreasonable how long it took me to find this, but I did find it. So I just wanna dump it in to the bigger one, like that. There we go. Beauteous Maximus. Uh-oh. Forgot about the blade in there. Well, if you're new here, you're like, what is happening in this video? I'm getting there. Okay, we need 2 egg yolks as well. I'm gonna get like a spoon or a separator. So we're gonna separate the egg from the egg yolk. We're good. I had a separator thingy. I can't recall where I put it. We're gonna do it the old school way and hope it works out. Good enough. We're pros. We're pros. Next one. This one's gonna work better. I can feel it. I was trying to do it this way. My spoon might be too small. That might be the issue I'm facing here. Oh no. I think it was like kind of separated though. Oh my gosh. Do that better than I did it. You get the point though. 2 egg yolks. It'll be fine. We're then going to add a half a cup of our favorite granular keto sweetener, whatever that is, whatever you like. This is Swerve granular. I'm gonna add that in. And again, don't judge me on the egg thing. We're then going to add 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Now we're making the custard, right? That's what this is, 1 and 2 of vanilla. We're then gonna do half a teaspoon of cinnamon, like, ground cinnamon, which is a big part of this kind of bread. Well, bread pudding. And then a 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg, and I'm kind of eyeballing it. And then a pinch of salt. Now we're gonna use my bigger, fancier blender to blend this up. All right, so let's blend it up. I'm just gonna take the lid off here and get the cinnamon off the side. A lot of the cinnamon stayed on the side. We want to make sure it's blended in. All right, I think that's pretty good. So yeah, that's pretty good. We want no visible curds from the cottage cheese, which we've already accomplished. We want to take like a 8x8 brownie type dish, like I've got here. This one feels more like 6x8, but whatever. We're gonna butter it. Hopefully it all fits in there. I guess I'll figure it out pretty quick. I can always adjust. This could just be the video where I use the wrong sized everything for everything. Typical Dave fashion. We then want to take we kind of made breadcrumbs a little bit by accident. I only left it in for like 7 minutes, but it still kind of got hard and brown. But not too bad. I think it'll obviously soften up when we cook it, so I'm not too worried about it. All right, so we have that like that. We're then going to add our custard that we've created. I'm not sure if the custard is supposed to thicken or anything. Yeah, we want it to be liquidy. Is this gonna be too much liquid? Is this gonna overflow? Oh my gosh, we'll see. Here we go, dump it in. Look at that, that's like a beautiful shot right there. This is going to be so good. Get full coverage if you can, so that all the bread has some of that custard on it. Looks pretty good. And we're gonna want the bread to soak it in basically a little bit. So we're gonna let it sit for about 10 minutes. Oh, and we can, if you want to, it's up to you, press it down a little bit to help it kind of soak in. But I think we're okay because we have so much custard, but we can do that again in a couple minutes. We're then gonna make a little butter drizzle for it, which will be 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter into a little dish. We're gonna melt the butter up. All right, so we have a tablespoon of butter, or 2 tablespoons of butter, and 1 tablespoon of our Swerve granular. Mix that up a little. Now, we're gonna just drizzle this. Hold on, I'm gonna take my bread. It's been sitting here for like 4 minutes. It'll be interesting to see if it's softened up. Oh yeah, it has. Pretty good. I'm gonna move it around a little to make sure it gets fully coated on all the pieces, because some of the pieces are like stuck together and have some dry spots like that right there. And so I'm gonna move it around a little. It'd be better if I had a bigger dish maybe, but I'm all right. Good. It's definitely softening up and soaking up that liquid, which is what we want. We're then going to drizzle our butter sauce over it, like so. And we're also, this is such an opulent keto dessert, guys. It's gonna be so freaking good. We're also going to make a salted caramel sauce to drizzle on it after it bakes. So we're gonna let it sit for 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, I will throw it in the oven at 350 for 35 to 40 minutes. Now I will say, it may overflow a little bit. So when you put it in the oven, you might wanna put a dish under it like that, maybe like on a baking sheet. Something along those lines might be better so it doesn't make a huge mess. We're gonna bake it, and then as it cools, we'll make our caramel drizzle, and it's gonna be amazing, guys. Don't go anywhere. You're gonna wanna see the finished product, and you're gonna wanna see me delight in it, and then you're gonna wanna make it. So we'll be back. All right. It's been 40 minutes on the bread pudding. I did tent it with some foil when I saw this getting super dark. That looks pretty good though. That looks like bread pudding. Wait, it's not centered. Look at that. How good does that look? That looks delicious. Now we need to make our drizzle while we let it cool. It's gotta cool for about 10 minutes. So we're gonna make a drizzle, like a caramely drizzle. It's gonna be so good. Hold on, let me move this out of the way. It didn't actually overflow. So we basically want a saucepan on medium heat. And into the saucepan, we're gonna add 2 tablespoons of butter. Melt that up. And we're gonna let that melt up, and then we're gonna add a 1/4 cup of confectioners sugar, like a sweetener, not sugar, some sort of keto sweetener. I'm gonna use Swerve confectioners. I'm gonna put that in a fancy bowl, you know, like they do on all the big cooking channels, but I'm just doing it because I wanna reuse this to measure out my heavy cream. I want a 1/4 cup of heavy cream as well. Right to the top there. Don't you go spilling on me. My butter is melting. We want it to be golden. like the song from the Netflix movie, Golden. I don't know. Okay, so we're gonna add our sugar to the butter because that butter has melted nice and good and started to get a little golden. And I'm using a giant spatula for this. Probably not wise, but whatever. It's what I'm using. Is what it is. I want to mix that all up. I don't want to use this big spatula. This one seems a little better. All right, now I'm gonna add my heavy cream in as well and mix that up. Ooh, it's sizzly. I don't know if it's supposed to be, but it is. Wow, it's bubbling. I don't know. This seems like it's too hot. I don't know why it's so hot. It wasn't even bubbling with the other stuff. Take it off the heat for a minute. This is like a caramel drizzle, basically. Pretty good texture and consistency. I'm gonna add a little vanilla and a little bit of salt. A little sea salt or iodized Morton's, whatever you prefer. And that's gonna be our caramel drizzle sauce. We're gonna remove it from the heat. Stir it a little bit more. It'll probably continue to thicken a little bit more, but I'm already pretty happy with the thickness. Turn off the stove. All right, here is our bread pudding, and it looks so good. We are going to scoop some out. It's been resting for about 10 minutes into a bowl here. And then we are gonna drizzle some of our salted caramel sauce on it. Oh yeah, that looks so good. It's quite an opulent treat, especially for keto, but let's try it. This is fully keto bread pudding, and it looks insane. I will let you know. Wait, here we go. It's gonna be so hot. Oh wow, that tastes so good. Oh, the drizzle's a must. The drizzle is so good. So it's exactly like a bread pudding where like your top layer is a little bit crunchy and crispy from the oven, but then the bottom is like super soft and like melt in your mouth. Goodness, I love it. It's got great fall vibes with the cinnamon and nutmeg too. This is excellent. Don't skip on the drizzle because the drizzle's insane too. Look at that. Oh, not the healthiest thing I've cooked here, but it is keto, low carb, friendly. Don't eat the whole thing though, because the whole entire thing's about 2,000 calories. 24 net carbs, but I couldn't even begin to eat the whole thing. I don't know, I put like a fifth, a sixth, not even a quarter of it in mine, as you can see. That big of a slice, that's maybe a quarter, and I'm not even probably gonna finish it because it's really filling. But the whole entire thing is 156 grams of fat, 84 grams of protein, 54 carbs, 24 net carbs, 30 fiber. So if you eat a quarter of it, it'd be like 500 calories, 20 protein, and 6 net carbs. So not bad at all, and super tasty. Definitely a nice treat for the holidays and stuff if you want to treat yourself to an amazing keto dessert. Thanks guys for watching. Subscribe if you haven't, and we'll see you next time.